Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over my Tome Topple TBR, and Tome Topple is running from the 9th to the 22nd of November. It's basically about reading big books that cannot lie. So I'm going to get into it. There are 5 challenges which you can complete, and I'm going to go over the books that I have set out for these challenges. I am going to be reading only 2 tomes because I can't read more than 2 big books at a time. Like, I am physically incapable of doing that. So let's go. One of the challenges is to read a book that's been on your TBR the longest. So a tome that's been on your TBR the longest, which was the tie between this like bind up of all these fairy books or this one, which I'm selecting, which is Jane Seymour, The Haunted Queen by Alison Weir, which is the 3rd book in the 6 Tudor Queen series. And this wraps up the saga of Anne Boleyn and moves on to Jane Seymour. And I really want to read this because I want to just have a bit more information on like how that sort of Anne Boleyn dying, Jane coming to power, how that all went down. This also is going to cover the challenge to read more than 1 tome, and this is actually going to be again for the challenge to read a tome that you wouldn't normally read, or like in a genre that you wouldn't normally read. Alison Weir's books have been pitched as sort of biography fiction, I'm guessing. Like, there is a lot that's taken from actual accounts. I don't read that type of stuff often, so this is this. The second tome that I am reading, which covers the rest of the challenges, such as read a book that's in part of a series, and that is this big boy here, which is Legacy of Ash by Matthew Ward. This is an arc of a book that's coming out on the 7th of November, so you can pick this up and read along with me if you wish. This is around about 800 pages, so this is the focus of the readathon. So these 2 books are ones that I'm reading. The Haunted Queen is exactly 500 pages, and this is 800, so happy day, I picked 2 big books. I have already started this just because I was really interested when I got it, so I just started it, and I did put 2 tabs that have the map and just a list of like the houses and the character names, because I find that when I'm reading high fantasy, if you've got a map and character names in the front, that I will flip back and forth just so I get, like, when I put this down and pick it back up, I can get a refresher of what I'm dealing with and I don't get so confused. So this is my main focus for the Tome Topple readathon. And I've got one more book for this, and it's for none of the challenges, except it could fit a challenge if it was longer, which would be the genre that you don't really read in, which is Star Wars Catalyst Rogue One. This book is not a tome, it's less than a tome, but this is going to be my audiobook of choice for this round. 1, because neither of the books have an audiobook currently, and 2, I need something a little bit different that I can break up reading these 2 books with, because I guarantee myself that if I get in a rut, I can just turn to this audiobook and just listen to this, and if I complete this audiobook, it'll give me more motivation to finish these books, which I really like. So technically not a tome, but I'm just going to read it anyway because I'm a rule breaker and you can't stop me. So yeah, this retells Rogue One, which is one of the spin-off Star Wars movies, and I really love the Star Wars books because they sort of just give more information and more in-depth thoughts on the characters. So that is my TBR for the Tome Topple readathon. So to go over, the challenges are to read more than 1 tome, which these 2 cover. Read the tome that's been on your TBR the longest, The Haunted Queen. Read a tome that's part of a series. Both of these technically are part of the series. This is book 1 in, I believe, a series, and this is book 3 in a series, so these 2 challenges cover that. Read a tome that is in a genre that you like, well, Star Wars one and high fantasy and historical biography, so that's covered. And read an adult novel. Both The 6 Tudor Queens and Legacy of Ash are an adult novel, so all the challenges pretty much covered by 2 books, which is what I wanted. And yeah, so if you're joining in the Tome Topple readathon, let me know what you are doing, and I would love to hear your TBR. So yeah, I am very excited for this, and I will probably be doing a vlog for it because I want to, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!